Guys, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. I am wearing no makeup, no nothing except for moisturizer. I already went ahead and moisturized my face with the Neutrogena Hydra Boost, which is what I normally do with every foundation review. We are going to be reviewing the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Foundation that is like all over social media. It's all over YouTube, it's all over Instagram. It's supposed to give you like a filter like, you know, appearance or whatever, so that's what we are going to be reviewing. Alright, so it is 12:01 as you guys can see. This is the check-in time that we're going to start the foundation. So we are going to see what all the hype is about, you know, on YouTube and on Instagram. Today is Wednesday. I did get this foundation on Monday, which was what, 2 days ago, and I did try it out Tuesday, which was yesterday. I did try it out for a good 9 hours. So I kind of know what I feel, how I feel about this foundation already. And it's not good, you guys. It's not good, it's not bad either, but it's not good. You know what I mean? Like, there's definitely better foundations out there on the market. So I really don't understand what all the hype is about. But that's why I wanted to do this review, to kind of show you guys, you know, my thoughts and what I think about this foundation. So, there's good and there's bad to this foundation. Let's just put it that way. This is what the packaging looks like of this Huda Beauty Faux Filter Foundation. I got mine in the shade Creme Brulee 150G, which at first, when I received it on Monday, I was actually working and I kind of tested it out on my hand, and it kind of, at first it looked too light, and then as the hours went by, it started getting a little bit too dark. So it definitely does oxidize, but I am going to say that when I tried it on my face yesterday, it kind of adapted to my skin color, because I dragged it down my neck up to like this line that you guys see here, just so I can see like the difference, you know what I mean? But it was kind of weird because it kind of adapted to my skin tones. This is a 4-star rating foundation. It comes in 30 different shades. It says the coverage is supposed to be medium to full coverage. Skin type, it says it's normal, dry, combination, or oily skin can use this foundation. Now, the finish of this foundation kind of threw me off by the claims that it says. So it says it's supposed to be a satin radiant natural matte finish, which there's contradictory words in there. Like, they contradict each other. Like, is it a natural, is it a radiant, or is it a matte or a satin matte finish? You know what I mean? This is what the bottle looks like. It's actually pretty nice. I mean, I know a lot of people didn't like the fact that this is a a plastic bottle, which I honestly don't mind. It does come with a pump, which is, you know, I'm all about with the foundation. It says in the description bar at Sephora that this is supposed to be a full coverage cream foundation that visibly conceals blemishes and imperfections for a filter-like finish. And then the two main ingredients in this foundation is water and taniaXO. So this is a silicone-based foundation. It did come with a sample of the primer, so I thought I'd try half of my face with the primer and see if that makes any difference on my skin tone. Now, before we jump into this, I don't really like the ingredients on this foundation. They're kind of super bad for your skin. I'll leave the link down below if you guys are interested in seeing what the ingredients are. They're very irritant to the skin. This foundation does have a super strong scent to it. Kind of smells like Señora makeup, you know, like that Avon kind of makeup, like perfume, like an old lady perfume kind of scent. It is super strong. That, I am gonna say, if you get any type of allergic reaction to scent like or anything around that sort, you might not like this. So on the right side of my face, I'm going to apply some of the primer, the sample primer that this came with, just so we can see if the primer does any difference. I have seen mixed reviews on this foundation. A lot of people don't like it, a lot of people do like it. So I tried it out yesterday with what I would regularly try it, which is my Photo Ready Pore Reducing Primer by Revlon, and I was not impressed. So I hope this primer does a difference. Now that I have been trying a lot of makeup and a lot of foundations and a lot of primers and stuff like that, my skin has been getting very irritant, like super irritating to, like, I don't know. The primer smells exactly like the foundation. I just feel like the foundation smells stronger. It smells like 5 times stronger than the actual primer. The primer doesn't really feel like anything. It feels like a moisturizer, which kind of weird. It was like extremely difficult to blend with a beauty blender. So I don't know. And then on this side of my face, I don't know if I should wear any primer. I just have moisturizer right now. I don't know if I should wear my pore reducing primer. Should we? We'll wear a little bit just because I wore it yesterday. If you are new to my channel, I do have combination skin. I get oily on my T-zone throughout the day. Huge and large pores on my cheek area and my nose area, which is, you know, my problematic area. Other than that, I mean, I have been getting a lot of texture on my skin, as you can definitely see. Something gave me an allergic reaction. I still don't know what it is. I do have minimal rosacea. Today I'm going to be blending it in with the Morphe sponge, which is what I used yesterday. I'll show you guys the shade in back of my hand. As you can see, it looks extremely light, but it does get super dark on my hand. It got super dark like throughout the hours, but then again, it does, what do you call it? It does kind of like adapt to your skin. You'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. It is a rather thicker consistency. It's kind of like a cream kind of feel. So I'm going to grab my beauty blender, and then one thing that I did notice with this foundation before I start applying it is that yesterday when I applied it and I went in with my Tarte Shape Tape, which is what I would normally use, the ingredients of the Tarte Shape Tape and the foundation did not do a well combo. They didn't pair well. The Tarte Shape Tape kind of made the foundation separate on me really bad on my chin area. And let's just say that this foundation does emphasize any fine lines that you might have, any wrinkles. And let's just go ahead and blend this out. So this is what half of my face blended out is looking like. This is the side where I put the primer, and honestly, as you can tell, it definitely is extremely full coverage. Kind of reminds me a lot of the Kat Von D Lock It Foundation Tattoo, of the consistency and the formula. Yeah, it is extremely full coverage. The shade looks light, as you can see, but I don't know, for some weird reason it is going to adapt to my skin color later on, and you won't be able to tell the difference. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend the other side real quickly. I will say that it is extremely difficult to blend with a sponge. The primer side and the not primed side, I mean the side where I use the Huda Beauty primer, I don't really see a difference, to be honest, right now. One thing I will say, if you are dry skin, I do not recommend this at all. And if you are acne prone skin, or if you have acne or texture, I don't recommend this because of the ingredients. I will leave that down below in case you're interested in looking at it. If you want to continue to see more review videos, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Snapchat fam kind of gets the ins and outs of everything before YouTube, so if you want to follow me on Snapchat and on Instagram, I will leave the handles here on the screen somewhere. But definitely I am going to set it around my mouth and see if that would make a difference. Yesterday I did not set it around my mouth, and it totally, like, it looked bad. It separated horrible. I will finish the rest of my makeup and I will see you guys in a minute. I hope you guys can hear my fan. But I went ahead and finished the rest of my makeup, sort of, kind of. I think I'm done, I think. It is now 12:44. If you guys can see, but on the side where I put my Revlon Photo Ready primer, it looks pretty darn bad. It's separated completely around my nose area. I'm going to try to zoom you guys in there so you guys can see. But it's separated completely around my nose area right here. don't know if you guys can see that. It's completely separated. It accentuated my pores really bad, and that is something that I don't like any foundation. So if a foundation is going to emphasize my pores and my texture, I won't even bother. On the other side of my face where I used their primer that came with the foundation, it looks the exact same way. So I don't know if you guys can see, but it looks exactly the same way. It completely separated around my nose area. It accentuated my pores right here super bad, which is my problematic area around here, like my nose and my cheek area. So far I'm not liking it. I mean, like I said before, I didn't like the foundation to begin with yesterday when I tried it out, and usually when I'm going to be reviewing a product, I like to try it out before I actually do the review, just because I don't like foundations to be first impressions, kind of, because first impressions, you're kind of just going about, you know, what you're feeling at the moment, whereas if I actually review a product and I actually try it out before for like a full 9 hours, I know my thoughts. I know if I'm gonna like it within like the 2-hour mark, and I know if I'm not going to like it. It looks like I have a blackheads. I don't know if you guys can see. Let me see if I can like super like zoom me in. Okay, I am like so close up, but as you guys can see, I don't know if you guys are able to see on camera, but it completely separated around my nose area on both sides where I used the primer and where I did not use the primer. It looks super separated. I don't know if you guys are able to see that. I hope you guys can see that. I'm looking at my monitor. Let me see. Okay, I think you guys can see the separation there, and it kind of looks like blackheads, kind of accentuated my nose really badly on both sides. So for that reason, I don't think I would, you know, repurchase this foundation. It's definitely not going to happen. Now, do I think it's worth the $40-some that I paid for? Definitely not. I feel like there's other foundations out in the market that are more long lasting, that won't transfer. Oh, that's another thing. Yesterday, I told you guys I did not set the foundation. It completely transferred. Like, it would like swipe off. I started getting oily and it would just like completely like rub off of my chin. I'm gonna go my day about, and I will check with you guys in a couple of hours.